Good afternoon, everybody. Today I was going to do a quick tour of our fifth wheel that we've been working on for about 4 months, 5 months now. This fall, we had purchased a 97 or 98 Travelese fifth wheel for $2,000 actually. We got this thing pretty inexpensive. It's from a family member of ours. And basically we decided to redo the entire interior. It was, as you can imagine, it was, several decades old. It had a little bit of wear and tear, put it that way. Had carpeting in here. Over here were two of these swivel chairs that we removed. There was a jackknife couch over in this area. And over here was actually a permanent bench seating type thing. So how we started is we basically removed everything from inside the trailer. All the doors on the cabinetry got removed. The couch got removed. The bench seating got removed. The two chairs over here. All the window treatments were taken out. The bed, everything. We just completely took everything out. And just basically cleaned it. Scrubbed the walls, swept and vacuumed out the flooring inside of here. And all the windows. And we started with painting the trailer. There's a lot of really good instructions online that you could look up, and you have to use a certain kind of, it's called a gripper primer. And the reason you have to use that is because the walls are actually, I'll come up close. The walls underneath this paint is it was kind of like a wallpaper, and in order to, it's not for the paint to adhere that you use the primer as much as it's so that the wallpaper doesn't get saturated with the paint, the glue come loose, and then the wall just start to peel off. That's what will happen. So you have to use it's a certain type of oil-based primer, and we got this brand called Gripper. I think it's from Glidden. I'm not exactly sure. But we had to prime the entire interior of this first before we painted. And we did I don't know if it's coming through. Here you could see it a little bit better. If you could see, everything is, the cabinetry is all white. And it's kind of it's not quite gray, but it's not quite blue. It's very light. We didn't want to go with anything too dark in here. Because as you can imagine, there's not a ton of space inside of this thing. And just to create a bigger feel inside the room, we decided to go with lighter colors in there. So we started with that first. We knew we had to paint everything first. After we painted the walls, we worked on the cabinetry. And this was a wood. And what's nice is that this is actual wood. This is an older trailer, so it's not particle board. This cabinetry is wood. And it wasn't in awful condition, but it had been worn out. It's a 20-year-old trailer, so sorry this is so shaky, you guys. But all this was removed. We painted it in the garage. We got this cabinet paint, which I would not recommend. I don't remember the name of it. But it took coats and coats and coats to get this painted, to not show the white underneath. Let's see here. It came out good though. I mean, we did have to do a lot of coats. There's some spots where it's not quite as thick. I don't know if it's going to come through. There you go. You could kind of see it. It's not quite as thick as it should be. But to be honest, it's only something I'll notice because I notice stuff like that. Unfortunately, we did change out all the hardware. Originally it was, as you could imagine, that gold, coppery, scrolly kind of stuff. So we found this stuff right here, a little bit more updated to match, and we did a darker color on it. This is something we have to still finish up here. There are a couple little things we have to finish in here. And lastly, after we finished all the painting, we did the flooring. And the flooring's kind of interesting. We had decided we wanted to do a vinyl flooring in here. We didn't want to do carpeting again because of, when you're out, when you're out fifth wheeling, it's ideally you're out outdoor spaces. We want to go to the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, and your shoes are going to probably be, carrying in a lot of dirt and dust. So we decided we wanted something that was a little bit easier to clean. And, well, anyway, we bought the vinyl. Underneath this flooring is the stuff called OSB. And apparently, vinyl does not adhere to OSB. So the only way to get it to adhere was going to have to be, we'd have to cut a bunch of plywood, put it down over the OSB, and then put the vinyl down on that. And when we did the cost of it, it was essentially going to cost as much as what we ended up doing, which was just getting hardwood. I didn't want to do hardwood floor because of the durability. The vinyl is obviously going to hold up a little bit better to, water and whatnot. But it is what it is. We had to go with the hardwood, so we actually have real hardwood inside of our fifth wheel. Anyway, after that, we put the flooring in. We went and we did all of our shopping for the new furniture that we needed inside of here and window treatments. I relined everything. It had this, hideous liner down in here, so this was all relined and redone. Just going back. Over here is a closet area. We still do have to put the handles on here, the new hardware. We didn't have the right nails, I believe, is what the issue was here. Okay, it's a little tight inside of here, so let me go back this way. Over here is the bathroom. It's like a toilet room inside of here. This is the shower. I would at some point like to somehow cover up this gold, but it's, yeah, this was didn't redo anything inside of here at all. I do have to still wash inside of there. You can see it's still kind of dirty in here, but that's from stepping in here. I had to clean the ceilings. It's a fabric type thing, and I had to use a steam cleaner on them. There are some spots, and there's still some spots I can't completely get out to clean completely, or the stain won't come out. Anyway, it's in perfect condition in here, except the gold, which I'm not very fond of. Kind of neat inside of trailers, they have a bunch of this, little stuff to keep it from opening while you're driving. Here's a little sink. Again, eventually I'd like to get rid of this plastic and do something different, but a medicine cabinet, there's me. I have work today, so I threw on some pajamas to come down here and do this before I get into my work uniform. And here's the bedroom. We did put in some new speakers in the ceiling up here. It holds a queen bed inside of here. It's kind of neat. It has all these, shelving around here too. I'll show you up in here where you see those cords. We're going to do little USB plugins basically. So for our phones or tablet. We did do all new window stuff. These are these cellular shades. You just push up and pull down. We found these at IKEA actually, and I went with a darker color in here so it would keep it a little bit darker inside the room. That's like an AC vent. More speakers. Here's a vent. We need to figure out how to get this little screen off so we can clean that. It's disgusting. We did all new lighting inside of here. You see how bright that is? It's LED. Little detector. But anyway, yeah, it's been a lot of work, so it's just kind of nice to have this done. This is looking down. Let me see, maybe flip it this way. Sorry, you guys. There you go. Get kind of a clearer shot. All the way down. It's kind of big. I think it's 32 feet, 29 feet. I'm not exactly sure. It's bigger than anything I ever wanted. We were looking at these years ago, and I really just wanted something, something as big as this room back here would have been fine for me. I just wanted to have a shower to get back into and a bed. But, we came up on this, and it was perfect timing. We were able to redo this. I want to say with the purchase cost of the trailer and everything we've done inside, we're maybe a little over $5,000 in that we paid, all cash, so we don't have any payment on anything, which is, you know, ideally the way most people should go. You know, this came out actually really nice. This is probably, I'd be happier with this than anything I could find on a showroom. I'm not just saying that. I just feel like the trailers, they all kind of have that trailer look, and this doesn't have a trailer look. It actually kind of feels more homey inside to me, and I like that. You know, it's a little bit more modern looking. I guess as modern as you could get a trailer to look, but you know, it has a different feel inside of it. Here's a little entertainment center. I'd actually wanted to take it out. I kind of regret not having removed it. We have a little Alexa in here. Over here I went with a folding table. The reason is that I wanted something that we could move outside. We could take this outside, we could fold it up and use it outdoors. I also could flip this and put chairs on either side. There is enough room, and use it as somewhere to eat, but I figured if we used it this way, you could have a little desk area. So it's kind of a multi-use. More of the, you know, blinds, that kind of nice. You just push up and pull down. These are just like curtains, which I thought they came out kind of nice. We do have to hem the bottom. They're dragging. They didn't have the right height, but it's kind of neat. They had these little things at IKEA that we found that are just little rollers like this. Oh, sorry. There we go. And they kind of just roll like that along the top. I really like those. This folds out into a bed. I'm not going to do it right now, but basically you pull that tab there, and then the back here folds down this way into the gap that's left and creates a very large bed. So if we take my niece or guests, we have a spot for them. And then we got that chair there. We probably could fit one here also. Just have one ottoman and put two of these chairs. I'm okay if we just have one though. I mean, the couch is, as you can see, it's very large. It's a big couch we got in here. In fact, the old table set that came with this probably came to about right here in this area. So it took up much more room. And by removing that, we were able to fit a much larger couch in here, which translates into a much more comfortable bed for guests. But yeah, anyway, if you know you're someone who's looking at one of these things, I would highly encourage you just to buy used. It does take a little bit of work to get done. I mean, this is a lot of hours we've put into this. But you know, when I say that it's taken like 4 or 5 months, that's not even every weekend working. That's not every day of every weekend working. If there's 2 of you doing it, you're going to get this done a lot quicker. Just set a plan, you know, start with your removing everything, painting, getting your cabinets done, doing your flooring, and you can get this done, and you get this done relatively cheap. I mean, I know for some people that's, you know, $5,000 to $6,000 is a lot of money, and I understand that, but compared to buying one of these things brand new, a 32-foot fifth wheel brand new is, you know, going to be well over $20,000, $30,000 easily. And you know, you could do this yourself, cash, and not own anything on the stupid thing. But yeah, really excited about this. Let me go down here and see if I get a kind of shot downward. A little rug we got. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple little things we have to finish up in here. There's a couple molding things over here. We have to redo the molding for the slide and then put the wood molding back up after we paint it and get that around there. And yeah, I'm really excited. I think our first trip is going to be to the Grand Canyon. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of am sorry I didn't get video while we were actually working on this, because you could have seen the before and after, and it's quite dramatic. This looks nothing like it did before. It was it's much nicer now, let's put it that way. So anyway, hope you guys all have a good day and enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.